This Mbappe saga is getting juicy. Has he done it again? Has he used Real Madrid to secure himself a huge contract at PSG? Or will he finally make the big move to Real Madrid that his idol Cristiano Ronaldo did before him? Well, at first, when the summer came around, Messi leaves, right? On a free. Sergio Ramos isn't there anymore. Now it's just Mbappe and Neymar. And Mbappe is not showing up to any PSG trainings. Nothing. He's away from the squad. He wants nothing to do with PSG. And PSG are fumbling. They are bringing in signings. And then Kylian Mbappe is out in Cameroon, chilling in all sorts of places, having his vacation, while PSG are back in preseason. He wants nothing to do with them. And then Kylian Mbappe, right, and Neymar are still on the team. Then Neymar, all of a sudden, is getting heavy rumors to Barcelona and the MLS with Messi. But then a surprising suitor from Saudi Arabia comes in and swoops in Neymar, confirming his signing. And then all of a sudden, Kylian Mbappe is back. Look at this. The day, around the time Neymar officially was going to Saudi Arabia, he liked the post here. Basically, I know it's in French, but here's explaining it. Basically saying that there was no room for him and Mbappe on the same team. And then, what happens right after? Kylian Mbappe shows up to PSG, and there are positive talks between PSG and Mbappe. Neymar goes off to Saudi Arabia, gets a big bag, and he has a plan, an alleged plan of, 2025 on a free. He goes to Barcelona, and then he's ready for the 2026 World Cup, where it'll be most likely his last chance for a World Cup if he even gets to the World Cup. But has he actually, done Real Madrid dirty? I think he has not. I think Kylian Mbappe knows, he's put back into the squad, but Mbappe will not join PSG this summer. That's for certain. I think him, Dembele, Ramos, that's their front three. It's not a bad front three. The only way I see Mbappe staying at PSG is if he wins the Champions League. And even if that, Mbappe knows that he will not get the respect and he will not be able to become one of the greatest players of all time if he plays his whole career at PSG. PSG, even if he wins the Champions League, I think it's time for Mbappe to leave after this year, no matter what. And I believe he wants to leave on a free because he's going to get a huge signing bonus if he ends up at Real Madrid on a free, because the money that they were going to spend on a fee, they instead give it to Mbappe. Maybe not all of it, but they're going to give a huge, signing bonus to Kylian Mbappe if he goes on a free. And then he would also screw over PSG. But I feel as if Mbappe is giving them positive talks and a false hope, saying, depending how we perform next season, I might decide to sign with you. So if you want me to stay, I can end, we got to see how successful this is. They bring in Dembele, who we all know Kylian Mbappe loves, from the French national team. They bring in a proper striker, number 9, in Ramos. And, they've gotten a lot of the deadweight out. And, this is a much younger PSG squad. And Mbappe, if he goes on a tear run in the Champions League, I can really see them making a fight into the Champions League, because there's a lot of teams that aren't as big right now and are going through bad moments that are going to be in the Champions League. Man City just lost De Bruyne for a huge amount of time, and they're going to have a fall off from next year. They've lost guys like Riyad Mahrez, Gundogan. They're still yet to make key signings. Only really Kovacic has been the signing. I know they're in deep talks for Paqueta as we speak, and Doku, but they still have yet to make those replacements, and losing Kevin De Bruyne is very tough. De Bruyne's one of the best, if not the best, attacking midfielder. He was a top 3 player last season. Losing him for an extended amount of time is tough. Now, you also see Real Madrid. ACL tears or ACL injuries, huge ones for Courtois, arguably, if not their most important player, and Eder Militao, one of their best, if not best defender. 2 guys are already out. Boom. They bring in Kepa, center back. They're still going to find a way to, bring in a little band-aid. They did let Vallejo go. And, Rudiger's still there. Alaba's going to be there. They still have a hole at left back, I believe. Fran Garcia is not going to be a Champions League winning left back. You could clip this. I don't care. But Real Madrid is also weakened. Barcelona, come on, this isn't the same Barcelona that Pep was bringing into the Champions League, that was coming in and outclassing teams, embarrassing teams. The 2011 Barca and so on. Those Barca teams were scary. This Barca team with Lewandowski, Rafinha, Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, nobody is scared of that. So I genuinely believe that Kylian Mbappe absolutely goes on a tear run like Ronaldo did in 08, Messi did in 11. He could really, I see this squad as being potential to win the Champions League. I even think teams like Arsenal have a decent shot, have a punching chance. But obviously, I think the biggest team right now in the Champions League, you got to give it to Bayern. They got in Harry Kane. But with that being aside, we'll talk about that another day. Kylian Mbappe will join Real Madrid on a free. I'm very, very certain that he's gonna go on a free. I believe the people that run PSG have disrespected Mbappe multiple times when they're not in agreement, and I believe they're mutual right now. They're mutually like, what, I want to play next season. I don't want to sit out. I'm gonna give you guys some hope, and they're holding on to hope that Mbappe will sign a contract, because if Mbappe wants to leave, they could at least get a fee, because they have been saying, they have been acting like the victim, as if they aren't being very rude to Mbappe, coming out and attacking him online and whatnot, letting these reporters have this info on him to bring his his personality down from the public. But instead, and I feel like Mbappe is gonna screw them over at the end, show them that he can be bigger than PSG, which in my opinion Mbappe is bigger than PSG. I know many people have the saying, a player is never bigger than the club, but I believe there are certain situations, very rare, where the player is bigger than the club. And sometimes that must be respected, because without Mbappe, PSG suffers a lot financially. And with Mbappe, they not only are going to be up financially, financial fair play rules won't be on them. And not only that, you have the best player in the world, talent-wise, is Kylian Mbappe. So you would rather have Mbappe on your team than him leave for free. You could really destroy the League One. You could destroy, the PSG as well. That league would just plummet without Mbappe. And you might even say the Saudi Arabia League is going to surpass it, because they're going to have a lot bigger names. What are you going to be left with, huh? Ramos, Dembele. You got to look at, Jonathan David. Those are your big names over there. Aubameyang. Come on. The French league is going to take a massive hit and fall out of the top 6. At the moment, they're not even the top 5. I choose the Portuguese league over the French league. And with Mbappe, they're just going to plummet. You might even have an argument for the Liga MX to be better. But Mbappe will be a Real Madrid player. If he wants to become an all-time great, you have to go to Madrid sooner or later. Or if not Madrid, go to the Premier League, something, mate. If you're going to be out here just, running the League One, you're going to be outclassing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang outside of his prime, and Lacazette, ex-Arsenal strikers who finished 8th place together at their last years at Arsenal, then by all means. But Mbappe, it's time for you to leave. You should. It's literally going to benefit your legacy and your money, everything. But anyways, leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and make sure to leave a comment down below on what you think about Mbappe. Will he go to Real Madrid, or will he extend at PSG?